every mountain biker out there has a basic loadout or kit that they take with them on pretty much every ride, or at least their regular rides. And this is mine. And today, I'm going to show you what's in here. This is my Evike Hit Pack 3, Hit Pack Pro 3, excuse me. I've done a video on this like years ago, but either way, you can go check that out. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about what the contents of this pack are. So I like this pack because it's small and it makes me kind of be more intentional with what I bring. But with those restrictions, I can't carry everything. So I'm gonna go through every pocket and show you what I carry. Things that are not in here that I normally carry are car keys and phone, but I feel like everyone kind of has to have those to get back into their car. So we're gonna start with this right here. I have two hip pouches here, and this one, see if you can see in here, I have kind of a first aid kit, right? So in order to save weight and space, I took everything out of the first aid kit. So there's some bandages, some cleaning wipes, I think some ibuprofen, maybe a couple painkillers in here, but it was just a small little med kit that I took, and it's really, actually I don't think there is any ibuprofen in here. This is really just kind of like to get you out of there before you can clean it up and really treat yourself. So it's got stuff to prevent, or to cover up wounds and then clean them. And it's pretty light over. That's everything that's in there. So my thought process with the two hip pouches here was I wanted things that I needed to grab quickly, right? I didn't have to take the pack off to get to them. They're right here, the most important things, right? So that's why the first aid kit's there. And then over here we have pocket knife, right? This is an Outdoor Edge pocket knife. I'll probably do another video on this, but it's a great pocket knife. I carried this because you never know when you'll need a pocket knife, and especially if you're doing some sort of weird bike repair. Sometimes you need to cut something, and having a razor sharp knife is very helpful for that. Outside of that, or on top of that, in this pocket, we also have the Crank Brothers F10 multi-tool. Love this thing. I love the form factor. It even has a chain tool if you absolutely need to adjust chain on the trail, and it's got spoke wrenches too, which is very nice. You don't really want to do a lot of maintenance with it, but having those, you know, in a pinch on the trail is fantastic. I'm not going to go too much detail into like reviewing each individual product in here. I'll save those for another video. I'm just going to give you an overview of what they are. All right, now we're going into the main compartments here. First thing, obviously the bladder. I'm not really even going to count that as part of it, but it's in there. So we're going to start with the first. This is the first outside pouch here. This is where I keep my phone generally, and I also keep these right here. These are wipes. They're just baby wipes, and I chose this one for two reasons. One, because it's got a decent amount. I don't want a ton, and you can't have them loose, right? So it fits in here perfectly. And two, I can put the screen of my phone against it and have the back of the case against it, like facing outward, so that way, in the event of a crash, my phone screen is protected, and you know, it just protects my phone. But if you get in a crash, or you know, you just need to clean yourself up, it is so nice to have some wipes like this. I also have a tubeless patch kit. This is if you get a puncture. Right, it's got your bacon strips in here in case you need to plug a hole in your tire, because that right there, that's kind of the main thing that will prevent you from going home, especially if you're 10 miles away from the car and you puncture a back tire. Carrying a bike with a flat tire out flat black tire. Carrying out a bike with a flat back tire, it took me 12 times to say that, is like the worst on the trail, because if it's your front one, you can just kind of walk it out with the rear wheel rolling, but if it's not, you have to like hold it. It's just, anyway, I'm not taking any chances with having a flat tire, so that's what this is. And then I've got the nozzle for some CO2 inflators, and then I have, this is just an Allen key. So on my bike, this comes, it can actually go into the through axles and just sit there on the sides. It's pretty secure, but I don't like to ride with that because it kind of looks odd. And two, I mean, anything can knock this out, or a stick can hit it and bend the through axle. So I just keep it in here just in case. And I think I already have one of these in my multi-tool, but sometimes having two is very nice when you're dealing with tires. And so that's everything in this compartment right here. Now moving on to the main compartment. Like I said earlier, we have the bladder right here. And so on the topic of the inflator you just saw, I have two canisters of CO2. That might be a little overkill, but you never know. Because that way I can inflate both tires, or if I need to inflate one, and then the puncture patch doesn't hold. I can inflate it again. And sometimes, if you ever use these, you know that sometimes they don't go into the nozzle right, and you can just lose all your CO2. I've had that happen to me once or twice, so maybe I just don't know how to use it very well, but it can happen. And you know, it's not very heavy, so might as well take two, you know. This is at 25 grams. This is enough to inflate my tires. They're 29 inch, I think 2.5 in the front, something like that, 2.4 in the back, something like that. But yeah, I get the bigger ones. And then next, 2 tire levers. These are just basic ones that came with an inner tube from forever ago. They're not the best, but they do the job. And they're thin and small. I know some of like the muck off ones, I think they're wide. They're really nice, but I just don't have any. So these are the ones I take with me on the trail. And again, the theme is keeping your tires inflated. So next I have a hand pump for Schrader and Presta. I run Presta, but either way, just in case, it's this is one, I like this one. I got this one because it's thin enough to fit in this pack. You can take this off, and that's how you pump it up, right? You screw this in on this side, and it extends pretty well, so I can really get some air in there. Because some of the smaller ones are very annoying. Like, you can get a bad one, and they're just, these are awful to pump with anyway. But if you absolutely have to use it, it's, you know, if your CO2, both of them run out, or your CO2 didn't quite inflate it, it's just always good to have something that's not gonna fail. And in case I you know, bust a rim or dent a rim, or I get a sidewall tear or something, I have a Tubolito. This is a very small form factor inner tube. It's kind of expensive for an inner tube. I don't know if people even run these anymore, but I like them because it's so small, it fits in here. You know, some of the inner tubes they can get kind of big and take up a lot of space. But this thing is so small, it just goes right in there, and it's very light. And again, a lot of people don't ride with inner tubes, like a spare one, especially if you're running tubeless, but I mean, if you've been there and you've had like a sidewall slash or something, you know that you just need to get home. And so that's what this is. This is an in a pinch, absolutely emergency. You can put this in and get home. What else do I have? Oh, yeah, Gorilla Tape. Listen, you never know what kind of mechanical issues you're gonna have out there. And sometimes you might literally need to hold your bike together with tape to get it home. So in a pinch, you know, hold something together. And I chose this one too because this is stronger than duct tape. It's more reinforced. It's a pain to get off if you get the residue on something, but either way, it's also thinner. So kind of form factor is the name of the game here. And last but not least, you can't get caught with your pants down. You know what I'm saying? I've never had to use one of these, and I pray that I never have to. But it's got, if you've never heard one of these, it's the shit kit. It's got toilet paper, 4 feet. So I'm getting dirt everywhere in here. If you've never heard of one of these, this is just an emergency toilet kit. It's got everything you need in it. It's got some wipes, toilet paper, and a disposable bag, and even some hand sanitizer. So, you know, you never know. I try not to use this. I've never used it, thank goodness, but it's always good to have in an emergency. And having something like this with a small form factor is very nice. You never want to have to use it, but man, that one ride, when you do have to use it, you're gonna be thanking the good Lord that you have it. And that's pretty much it, you know? Some people carry more, some people carry less, but that's what I carry. This is on pretty much my general rides. If it's super hot or I'm going on longer rides where I need more water, I'll either hook up a bottle to my bag or to my bike, or I will take my larger bag with a larger reservoir. This is 1.5 liters of water. And that gets me, that'll do most of my rides up to, I think I've done 2-hour rides with it, you know, just more daily rides like that. But when you get past that, especially if it's really hot, you kind of want more water. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I take. I don't put anything on my bike really at all. I keep it all in here. I don't really know why I do that. It's just kind of how I prefer. Some people put everything on their bike, and I have space in my bike to put stuff, but I like to have it here, you know. So, but yeah, that's what I carry in my bag. I'm curious to see if you guys kind of agree with what I pack, or if you guys would pack something different or anything. But either way, that's what I carry in my bike bag for everyday rides. I wanted to do like an actual mountain biking video this week, but it's been pouring down rain for like a whole week, and I was not able to do that. But that's coming up soon. But I have so many videos coming down the pipeline, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos I've been putting out lately. I've enjoyed making them. It's kind of a refresh for the channel, and I'm enjoying it again, you know. My wife and I went out to a bunch of national parks. I don't know if you guys have seen the short I did with us getting chased by a moose in Teton. So that was pretty crazy. But I got a lot of stuff, a lot of vlogs and adventure stuff coming from a few national parks. I've got another one coming for just another just a lot of cool places I'm highlighting, and then I've got some more gear stuff and you know, backpacking. Just I've got a bunch of stuff coming on the pipeline, but I hope you guys are enjoying it, and if so, please tell me what you're liking and what you're not liking, because you know, if no one wants to watch it, it doesn't really. I mean, it does matter, you know, because I'm putting up this, like, I'm enjoying it, but I also I enjoy it because it brings other people joy, if that makes sense. So, you know, I want to make stuff that everyone likes to see. So, if you guys, please tell me what you guys are enjoying and what you're not enjoying that I'm making, and I'll try to do more of that. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys out on the trail.